Houston and Dallas. They've won 5 games in a row, matching a season high. They're a season high 7 games over 500. We'll get right back into the Warriors in just a second, folks, with Tim Flannery is going to join us in moments to talk some Giants and why he's in town this weekend. He's got some stuff. We know he's into his music, and the most important thing is Flannery's healthy. It was great to see him on TV last night, doing a hell of a job, looking great with Laura Britt as we were breaking down the Dodgers series and how good Mookie Betts is. Oh, my God, Mookie Betts. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable what he's doing there with the 5 home runs. But let's bring in Tim Flannery, the longtime and former Giants third base coach. We know he's a World Series champ, co-host on Giants pre- and post game on NBC Sports Bay Area, but in town for a very special reason. He's going to be alongside Jake Peavy and friends, Ben Jernigan, Jeremy Plog, Owen Finley, Greg DeLuca, features Sam Bush, Tim Flannery, Jerry Harrison, Ramblin' Jack Elliott, Roger McNamee, and more surprise guests. MC by the legendary Grateful Dead roadie. You know who it is? Big Steve Parrish. A benefit for Sweet Relief Musicians Fund. Flan's going to be doing this Saturday. Tim, good morning. Thanks for joining us so much here on 95.7 The Game on the Morning Roast. Joe Shasky, the Butcher, Bonte Hill. Before we get into baseball, tell me about this concert on Saturday, man.
Yeah, good morning. I'm actually a guest of Jake Peavy and his band and this show. This is all his show, and I'm excited to be a part of it. It's a benefit for the Sweet Music Relief Fund, which is one of Jake's foundations and one of Jake's charities he likes to support. Is for musicians who have been disabled or musicians who have not been able to perform and need a little support. So Jake's putting together this show, and I'm real excited to be part of it.
Flan, you know, I want to get into the what I believe to be one of the best players I've ever seen, and that's Mookie Betts. My pops used to say he's the closest he's seen to Willie Mays in terms of he can do everything. And the way he controls a game the second he gets on the bases. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. Hits for power, hits for contact, it just constant stud at every spot on the dime. He goes from right field, Gold Glover, to shortstop or second base. I mean, is this one of the best players you've ever seen?
Absolutely. He can beat you so many ways. He can run the bases better than anybody I've seen in a long time. Defensively, he'll play any position like he's done it all his whole life. Offensively, he's really special, and as a human being, he's really special too. I know he's wearing the Dodger blue, but this guy is first class and just a great example to all the young guys and girls growing up on how to act when you're one of the best in the business.
Flan, you look at that Dodger lineup, we know it's loaded, but the way Soler hit that baseball yesterday, I'm going to focus on a couple positives here before we get to something else, but I can't recall the last time a Giant outside of Barry Bonds hit a ball that far. I mean, he hit the snot out of that baseball there, Flan. Tell me about Jorge Soler, seeing him from afar, the power that he has. Hit the thing. I want to say it went 600 feet, but they estimated at 452.
Yeah, he's got a great track record, and I love it because he's just real quiet. He's not real outspoken. He's not somebody that's trying to gain attention. You know, he gets his attention by playing baseball and hitting the ball a long way. And he had 171 home runs before last night, so he added one. He played in ballparks that were really big too. You know, the Miami one's a big ballpark. Yep. If you look at his numbers, when he's healthy and he's over 500 at bats through a season, which means he's out there every day, he put up some big numbers. 36 home runs last year. He hit 42 a few years ago. So he's going to be a big part of this offense, and they got to keep him healthy for sure.
This lineup for the Dodgers that Bonte's alluding to, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, Mookie Betts leading off, Shohei in the 2-hole, and then Freddie Freeman. I mean, they've got a ton of guys. Will Smith, Outman, Max Muncy. I mean, this is like a throwback. Is this the best lineup since the Big Red Machine? Is there somebody I'm missing? This is an incredible lineup.
It's an incredible lineup, and it's also incredible because, you know, once they took the pitcher out of the lineup and the eighth hitter who wouldn't get anything to hit because you had the pitcher hitting behind you, you could stop a rally. You know, the National League rallies with pitchers usually are 3 runs. Now these guys can claw your eyes out, and rallies can never end because the lineups just keep turning over, and the players that they have there just keep coming at you. And it's the ones other than the top three we've talked about, and you've watched them. But the one guy that always seems to beat a lot of people and has beat the Giants over the years is Will Smith. You get past the first 3-4 guys, and Will Smith is always sitting down there ready to get a big hit. And they just look. That's the club. That's the measuring stick. And the Giants are going to have to find a way to beat them. They're going to have to find a way to get better. The positive thing is what I said last night. It's so emotional off the top of the season. Everybody starts panicking a little bit.
Right.
The Giants are 3 games back in the loss column with 155 left to
go. There is a lot of panic through 7 games. This is a marathon, not a sprint, as a great Nipsey Hussle used to say. Flan, you brought up Will Smith. He reminds me so much of Buster Posey, and I thought that from day one. The contact, his back control, the way he commands his pitchers, and his play behind the plate. He is so good. I'm glad he is the forgotten guy in that lineup. And how could you forget him when, Ohtani and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and Max Muncy, who's also been a Giants killer. Does he remind you of Buster at anyone just from afar from watching him?
Yeah, he's got that quiet confidence for sure, and he is such anybody that can hit like he hits and play every single day, and you're catching a pitching staff. That takes a lot out on you. But you see the lineup and pitchers you'll see it. I watched it the very first time I ever watched them. I looked at my family at home and I said, this lineup is going to grind people down. They just are relentless. So they're gonna have to find out a different way to approach him for sure.
Flan, what are you thinking of Jung-Hoo Lee thus far? I love him. He's just kind of like a throwback player. Puts the ball in play. I don't know. I think he's a great catalyst at the top of a lineup.
Oh, absolutely. I'm as the season progresses, we're gonna find out the story, as Marty Lurie likes to say, the story that's going to unfold in front of us. That's what we're going to see.
Love Marty Lurie. Flan, home openers tomorrow, and I hear some special things are brewing. Do you want to give us a little teaser here as Oracle Park begins its 25th season? I can't believe it's been that long since this ballpark has been built. It's held up nicely, but I hear there's going to be some special guests in the yard tomorrow. You want to enlighten us on that?
Yeah, I'm excited to see who's coming. I don't know all what's happening. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, Jake and I and Jeremy are playing a little show for some folks out in Triples Alley. But, other than that, I'm like you guys. I'm showing up, figuring out what's going on. I'm a guest. It's great. It's not my show, and I don't have to worry about the band. I just got to show up and be the guest, so I'm excited for that. I've trained Jake well over the years, and now he's in charge.
Flynn brought up one of his favorite memories was the Angel Pagan inside the park home run, and I brought up right away my biggest image is not Pagan running around the bases like a crazy horse that he was with the hair flowing. It's you. You damn near beat Angel Pagan to the plate.
Yeah, that was a great day. I've been fortunate enough when I coached 15 years in big leagues at third base. I've had 9 inside the park home runs I got to be a part of, but that one was the best. It all happened quickly. We were down by a run. The key to the whole thing was Tulowitzki didn't go out in front to get the cutoff relay. He was behind. So when the second baseman got the ball, and we were also out of players, so they could walk anybody and everybody to get to whoever they wanted to hit. And Angel has a great closing speed. He could always hit that last 90 feet quicker than anybody. So yeah, that was definitely one that I'll always remember as well.
Flan, I think of you as a baseball guy. Obviously, you're well-rounded. You cannot pick family here, okay? You can't pick family. Who's the guy of a player that you played with, a coach, a guy you coached, who you playing catch with to pick their brain for 15 minutes of all the guys you played with or coached with?
Brandon Crawford is my favorite one I've ever coached. As a man coming up as a young man, really not offensively impacted a lot off the top. He learned how to hit better at the big league levels. He came up and played amazing defense his whole career, but he's the best base runner, not the fastest. He's the best base runner that I've ever coached just because of his instincts, and he always gave you everything he had. So I didn't have to make decisions on his mood. I didn't have to make decision if, is he in a good hit? And some guys carry those at bats or whatever's happening to them on the field. Brandon Crawford always gave me the exact speed all the time so I could make proper decisions.
All right, Flan, before we get you out of here, the Sweet Relief Musicians Fund, I want you to touch on that because this concert Saturday, of course, at 8 p.m. at the Sweetwater Music Hall with Jake Peavy and friends is going to be a big deal, but this foundation seems to be a big deal. I want you to enlighten people on what this foundation means to you and what it's all about.
Well, an opportunity for me just to help, to raise some money and raise some support for musicians who are, have become disabled, and that has been their livelihood. I know it's very close to Jake's heart. So, anytime I can use music to help, I mean, that was like my Love Harder project, the anti-violence and anti-bullying that we started after the Brian Stowe thing. I tell people I hit 9 home runs in the 80s. I can't just write a check. I can't. The only way I could help Brian Stowe, the only way I could help is to go out with my music that I've played my whole life and to be able to raise awareness, raise some funds, and also, bring a message of support and love through the music.
Yeah, no, this foundation is really cool. It's a nonprofit charity that provides financial assistance, as Flan just said, to members of the music community who are struggling to make ends meet while facing physical or mental health issues, disability, or age-related problems. And it's a great call. So go ahead and support Jake Peavy and friends. Saturday, April 6th, of course, this Saturday, 8 p.m., Sweetwater Music Hall. Check it out. Flan's going to be in the building. It's going to be a great time out there. Big Steve Fish Paris is going to be emceeing this bad boy. It's going to be a great time. Flan, we thank you so much. Can't wait to see Shasky's going to be at the Yard tomorrow. He can't wait to see you tomorrow. Show your face at Oracle Park.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm looking forward to it. I miss being up here a lot, and to walk. I'm by the ballpark now. Just the feeling of it from what we experienced when we came up here. It's like the best dream I've ever had in my life. So thank you for your support and the people up here. I can't thank you enough. You changed my life to be a part of the San Francisco Giants.
Awesome stuff there. I know it was also to see you with the great Laura Britt yesterday on television. Flan, take care, man. Take it easy. Thanks for spending some time with us this morning.
Thanks, fellas. Have a great day.
You too. Tim Flannery, one of the good guys, man. Longtime third base coach.